Hello friends, myself Mrs. Swati Ravindra Kale from Residential Junior College, Ahmednagar. Today we are going to study about chapter number 15, Excretion and Osmoregulation. In an earlier standard, we studied about the metabolism. Metabolism is nothing but a series of chemical reactions that occur in a living organism. For example, digestion, circulation, excretion, like that, we can get a different kind of foodstuff, which is a complex in form. In a digestion, they can be converted into simple one. Then, in a small intestine, there is a absorption, absorbed food material. They can be transported to each and every cell. So, cell use such kind of a food material and then the heat is produced and different kind of metabolic waste are also produced. So this picture tells us about the metabolism and the waste material are formed during the different kinds of metabolic activity in a cell. So basically we know about that metabolism are of two types. It consists of mainly two phases. One is a catabolism, second one is a anabolism. Catabolism is a breakdown pathway. Catabolism is a breakdown pathway means the complex food material or complex substance get converted into the smaller one and energy is released during that process. So it is a destructive phase. Catabolism is called as a destructive phase. Now second one phase is a anabolism. Anabolism is a constructive phase means it can be a synthesis phase. Synthesis means a smaller substances by using a energy they can convert it into a complex one. So anabolism is a synthesis phase or a constructive phase. Then these two things we know about that metabolism refers to a series of chemical reaction occur in a life or the living organism. Then metabolism produces a different varieties of metabolic waste product. If these kinds of metabolic waste product they are stagnant inside our body, now it is harmful. It causes harmful to the different kinds of organ or the cell. So when they are produced in the body, now they need to eliminate from the body. Metabolic waste they are of two types. One is a volatile substances and second one is a non-volatile substances. Volatile substances means those are eliminated through the lungs, like a fluid substances, like a gaseous substances, like a CO2. When the metabolic activity CO2 is produced and it is expelled out through the lungs. So fluid and gaseous like a water vapor is also there. They are the volatile substances. Now the second one is a non-volatile substances. These non-volatile substances, example organic and inorganic substances like excess water, inorganic salts, vitamin, hormones, they considered as a non-volatile substance. Means for the elimination, they need the excretory system. Now the question is arises, what is a excretion? So let's learn about the definition. Excretion. Excretion means elimination of metabolic waste product from the body is called excretion. Look at this. Elimination of metabolic waste product from the body is called excretion. Elimination means removing of the waste material. removing of the nitrogenous waste material, so called excretion. Metabolic waste are produced inside our body or inside the cell. Now there are about two major type is there. Nitrogenous waste material can be classified into the two main part, like a major waste, ammonia, urea, uric acid, while other waste is also produced like a creatinine, mineral salts of sodium, potassium, calcium, while different kinds of organism also having a different kinds of waste like a guanine, ornithinic acid, hyperic acid, amino acid, etc. So they are produced in a different kinds of organism. When we look at this next point. In an Indian tradition, we have to use a different kinds of spices like an onion, ginger, garlic, cinnamon, clove, red chili, cumin, black pepper, etc. So they are also having a volatile substances. These all these spices contain a volatile substances like having a sulfur compound in an onion. When we consume the onion, it contains a sulfur compound. So during a metabolic activity, such volatile substances, they are enter in an respiratory tract and they exhale through the lungs. So that's why we get a bad breath only because of such kind of spices contain a volatile substance. Now, body of an organism can store the excess fat as well as a carbohydrate. Carbohydrate stored in form of glucose, while the fatty substances can be converted into the simple one, that's a fatty acids or the glycerol. But the protein which converted into the amino acid, and these amino acids are unable to store long time. So unable to store a amino acid for a long time. So they needs to remove from the body. So there is a deamination. So amino acids, excess amount of amino acid in the liver is converted into the ammonia by a process called as a deamination. See here once again, listen carefully. Deamination. De means removing. Amino acid, that's a amination, that's a amino acid. Removing of the amino acid. Excess amino acid in the liver converted into ammonia by a process called as a deamination. Same one term is again here, that's a detoxification. Detoxification, de means removing. Toxification means toxic substances removed from the body. So excess amount of amino acids can converted into ammonia. We know about that ammonia is a highly toxic substance which is formed in a liver. So during in a process of detoxification, ammonia get converted into less toxic substance, that's a urea and the uric acid. Now according to that, the animal can be classified on the basis of nitrogenous waste. So nitrogenous waste are of three types. One is ammonia, second one is urea, third one is the uric acid. These are the major nitrogenous waste material. Again, according to the mode of excretion or availability of the water, these kinds of animal can be classified into the three main type, that's ammonotelism, ureotelism and the uricotelism. Ammonotelism means the nitrogenous waste material in form of ammonia. Ureotelism means the nitrogenous waste material excreted in form of urea. Uricotelism, nitrogenous waste material which can be eliminated in form of the uric acid. So let's learn about the next one point, that's a ammonotelism.